Spring is almost here, and that means one of the region's biggest volunteer cleanup events is returning. The Confluence Trash Bash helps protect our rivers, parks, and neighborhoods, and you can be a part of it. Joining us now is Bonnie Harper. She's the executive director of Open Space STL to tell us how this event brings hundreds of volunteers together to make a real environmental impact across the St. Louis area. I want to welcome you to my St. Louis Live, friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and we're so excited that this event is returning. And so for those who aren't familiar with the Confluence Trash Bash, tell them what it is.
Well, it's a cleanup of the St. Louis region, particularly at the confluence of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. That is something St. Louis is very well known for and very proud of. But it's a trash cleanup that takes place all along those neighborhoods and communities that form the confluence. And when we talk about the confluence, we're talking about all the way from sort of like out St. Louis, West County, Creve Coeur, Chesterfield, down the Missouri River corridor where the confluence meets, the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, and then down, along downtown as well. So we're getting parts of St. Louis City cleaned up, parts of St. Louis County cleaned up, and all those neighborhoods in between.
Now, this is a huge deal because if you know anything about rivers, especially, I mean, it is a bed of trash can be collected there. And so for people to be taking their time to come out and clean this, how important is that for our community?
I mean, it's really important. I think everybody wants to feel a sense of pride where they live and where they recreate and where they spend their time. And, trash can really get in the way of that. And it can get in the way of people's experience of their communities. And it can also affect our nature and our wildlife and our parks and our recreation. And so it is a big deal. And so it really does help when people get out there and do their part to pick it up. I mean, we all wish it wouldn't be there in the first place, but the fact is it is there, and we can all do our part to help get it out, which does help it from returning. The more we can clean up these areas and keep them clean, it does make a difference, and we do see less trash returning to those areas that have been cleaned up.
There is a trickle-down effect there. What can we expect from this year's event?
So we have a lot of great cleanup locations already lined up. We're looking at over 25 locations that people can choose from, sort of in that area that I mentioned, spanning from West St. Louis County all the way to St. Louis City and all those neighborhoods in between. People can register and choose their site they wish to clean up at our website, which is volunteered at openspacestl.org. Registration will open on March 2nd. The event takes place on April 11th, so we're allowing quite a large window of time for people to get excited and get registered, but the earlier you register, the better. It helps us plan. And when you are picking up trash the day of the event, at your site, you can expect to have a site leader who is there. They've guided the site. They know exactly where the trash is. They'll have their supplies for you. We provide gloves and trash bags and sometimes trash grabbers and a t-shirt. Every volunteer gets a really cool free t-shirt. And so that's what you can expect the day of the event. A site leader will help you guide you through the location, helping you drag your trash bags to designated locations where we arrange all of the pickup for your trash. So you just leave it there on site where you've picked it up, and we arrange all of the trash hauling to make sure that trash gets where it should go, not where people have picked it up. And then afterwards, we invite everybody to come together for a really, really awesome picnic celebration at the Audubon Center at Riverlands.
That's what I was going to say. Then we have a celebration, a huge bash, so people don't want to miss that.
No, absolutely. We provide free food and drinks for all of our volunteers. Like I mentioned, at the Audubon Center, we have an event called Passport to Clean Water happening for the kids who participate in Trash Bash. This is a very family-friendly event. We have cleanup sites that are family-friendly where kids can participate, and sort of a bit more gritty ones where, it might be better to be over 18 for those kinds of cleanup sites. But at the end of the day, everyone can come back, and we have activities lined up with lots of different organizations to get kids learning about their watershed and learning about the impacts of trash and things like that. And it's a great community event, and people can see all the other volunteers that were at a cleanup site kind of come together and see the communal impact that everybody has had.
Oh man, we are making a difference. You have this on your calendar now. I'm holding you to it. The Confluence Trash Bash is going to be happening Saturday, April 11th. Mark it now. Volunteers of all ages are welcome. Just sign up today through Open Space STL at openspacestl.org and help keep our rivers and our community clean.